All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're back with Tyler from the Spidershoppe, doing another one of these kind of sit-down interview-esque videos, holding tarantulas, all the fun stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. So last time we were here, we kind of went more into like the business side of things. The first video we did, we talked just kind of like overall the come up of the company, kind of the start of my channel, and just just kind of overall getting to know each other. This video, I want to go a little bit further into the future. I want to see a little bit kind of what you guys have in store, what you're excited for, the overall kind of future of the reptile industry. We'll go into a little bit of what I have in plan for the YouTube channel, and then obviously we'll hold some really cool animals.
I'm sure I'm prepared to answer some of these questions.
All right, no, you're okay. You're okay. I know the first it's kind of a loaded question. The first one is but it's like, so I feel like overall the reptile industry, it seems like there's a potential for it to be in turmoil. You know, a lot of bills being passed to kind of stop the trade of these animals. I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are on just it's a big question, but just kind of the overall look on the future of the reptile industry.
First thing I think of course, is kind of like a lot of these rules and regulations kind of work against what like the whole purpose of them is, you know, yeah. Like for instance, like the ESA travel ban, like you're not supposed to sell ESA Endangered Species Act, right, from Sri Lanka. Certain tarantulas from Sri Lanka are protected by this ESA Act of like from like the 80s or something, 70s or 80s. It's like, how are we supposed to work on conservation if we can't like distribute them across state lines?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's just kind of definitely concerning. This can go in a lot of different ways here.
Yeah.
Definitely concerned about potential of like all of a sudden like this legal shift and like the whole business would be subject to, you know, the outside, you know, we don't have any control over that kind of thing, you know.
Definitely. It seems to have been kind of an ongoing theme since like I've ever been into reptiles, looking into like USARK, you know, and like just all the different like I feel like constantly it's been like email, you know, your mayors, you know, your state senators and stuff about these things to help you know, educate them, because I feel like a lot of the times the people that are passing these laws are getting a lot of just outside information from other people and other sources, and I don't think that these people have an interest in reptiles probably and don't have the time to, you know, go out of their way to do it. So they hear something about a scary animal and they're like, all right, yeah, let's shut that down. It also is one that for so long it seems like it's always an ongoing battle. So I don't know. I've seen it so much in the news recently. There was like this was a couple months ago, but like the boa killings in Florida. I don't know if you saw that. The Florida like police busted in and just like killed all his boa, like crazy stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like the future of reptiles isn't in peril by any means, but it definitely is just something to keep an eye on. It's one that also I feel like, especially nowadays with social media, if you start looking at the videos talking about it, all of a sudden you get fed a bunch of them and you start going into like a panic attack of like, oh my gosh, the reptile industry is shutting down. But also no, it's not shutting down. But it is interesting. I did, when I got my tegu a couple years ago, I went to a FedEx place, they dropped it off there, I went to go pick it up, and they told me that they were going to return it and that live animals weren't allowed. And I was like, huh, I've never had that happen with FedEx before. I've had plenty of them through you guys, but okay.
Something I can comment regarding the regulations, you know, it definitely could affect our supply, and then to consider international law, there was an issue with Mexico and their CITES registration, or their affiliation with CITES. They were kind of like, which is Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species.
Mm.
and there was this porpoise in the Sea of Cortez
Mm.
that they were not protecting. Or CITES was claiming they weren't protecting it efficiently, so they restricted their CITES trade, and that affects all kinds of things like leather.
Oh, wow.
Different kinds of plants and a lot of exports. So it's a big deal for Mexico to be restricted on this trade,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still in the works now. They have a temporary, temporary permit right now, or like allowance,
Mm-hmm.
but they're going to meet again in October.
Mm-hmm.
This happens in Geneva, Switzerland,
Okay.
and it's potential that Mexico might be, if they don't live up to their agreement on how they're going to, make the situation with the porpoises better.
Yeah.
They could be like, and so that's.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of tarantula exports, especially out of Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, that could totally change the, no more brachypelma, no more.
Yeah, just the
cattles.
overall like spider game too. Like that would include you guys, but that would widespread to the entire nation. That'd be everybody. Yeah.
It'd be, not, wouldn't be able to bring in those things from Mexico anymore.
Yeah.
Which,
all captive bred. It'd be like the fire belly toad situation that I've been dealing with for months now. I'm actually messaging with some lady on Facebook. She has a few babies. But man, it's been hard to find some fire belly toads. Because same deal. They banned the exports, and so now it's just all captive bred. But it's fire belly toads. They have so many babies. But still, yeah, I guess spiders do too. Anyways, out of that though, still kind of looking into the future, I want to branch this off into two separate sections, since we're kind of more on the spider section. Future from now, are there any big species, big tarantulas, big just spiders coming out that you personally are excited to work with, and that you're seeing potentially, to a whole other side of the question, like in the spider community, just gain popularity? Like, what do you think some of the tarantulas or spiders of the future are, and what are some that you're excited to work with?
our most popular spiders are really consistent.
Okay.
Brazilian black, green bottle blue,
Uh-huh.
Chaco golden knee, Brazilian blue dwarf beauty. Those
Okay.
are the top 5 sellers consistently.
Mm.
As far as new things, I mean, Celedonia is still not really consistent, with availability, but it's holding its price, and we've got, here we're coming up soon. We've got a few bred females, so hoping to have a few hundred Celedonia to offer later this year.
They're so pretty. Those are the rainbow butt ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are so pretty. I'll put some pictures on screen, and I'll have B-roll shots of them. But some of the coolest looking spiders ever.
Yeah, and then we finally Mashana that are up here.
Okay.
This one's from Peru,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got 2 pairs, so 2 females, 2 males,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully maybe next year we'll be able to breed those.
Nice.
So maybe you get a closer shot later of those. But
Yes,
those
definitely. He's right there too.
Yeah, it's one of our females there. But they're a really cool color when they're young, orange and black, and
Yeah, it looks like he almost has the tiger looking butt, like the pumpkin patch butt, a little different though.
yeah. So that's kind of up and coming here. One called the Saba dwarf, just waiting for our males to mature.
Okay.
That would be the first time in the United States that they're bred. I know a guy in Florida that had a sack of these Mashana, and they just went bad. So it's getting close, but yeah, not yet produced in the United States.
Oh wow! So you'd be the first if you do it.
Yeah,
soon?
there's a few people have females this size. So
Have you already paired them together?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for to do that?
the male needs to mature first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they
So,
are both of them immature males?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, waiting for maybe one more molt from them.
How do you do that? How do you know if they're sexually mature?
Well, the males or the female.
I guess both, but for the males.
So the males are going to have these extra appendages called emboli on the end of their pedipalps. So it's the front 2 shorter appendages.
Okay.
And they have this new, it's their sexual organs, that they draw up sperm with, and they use them to insert sperm into the female.
Okay.
So you can actually see them on the end of their pedipalps. Yeah.
Okay. And then for the females?
Females generally 2/3 of max size.
Okay.
So if you have a 6-inch spider, so 4.5 inch leg span, 5 inches is going to be mature.
Mm.
You can also tell by looking at the spermatheca, and there's a process called skelettarization.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really explain that very well, but basically when it's a female, her sexual organs are kind of clear when she's younger,
Mhm.
and as she gets older, it gets dark and dark and darker.
Okay.
And So once it's pretty dark, that's like a sign of maturity too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I'd also be checking, when these females molt again, check how dark they are
Mm-hmm.
to kind of confirm that.
Do you think that the females are mature though?
I think that one more molt and they should be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long do you think that'll take for another molt to happen?
Should be within a year. Yeah. Yeah. That size, yeah, they usually molt maybe 9 months or a year.
Have you, personally, I'm interested in kind of some future spiders. For me, there's actually one behind us that I want to show that's super cool. But there's another one. Do you have any experience like doing curtain web spiders?
Yeah.
Those are so. I just I saw a couple Instagram videos, a couple shorts of just like this funky looking curtain web spider going nuts, running around his web after somebody threw a little piece of food in there, and I was like, oh, those would be some of the coolest cages ever. Just like crazy webbed out. It looks so cool.
Yeah, maybe I can give you one.
Yeah, and they're sweet. Those guys are so cool.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them here.
Really?
Good size too, kind of like juvenile.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sweet. Well, there we go. Well, we'll see a curtain web spider. That's cool. That's one that there's a couple more that you guys will be seeing soon that I'm going to keep a little bit on the down low for now, so it's a surprise when the video comes. But yeah, there's quite a bit coming to the channel I'm excited to show. Outside of spiders and tarantulas, it seems like every time that I come here, just the reptile game is constantly improving. And as far as that's concerned, do you have anything, like any future plans with any reptiles or amphibians even, just outside of the invertebrate world that you're excited to do?
I seem to be interested in dart frogs all of a sudden. I've been watching videos on like how to care and breed for them, and they're just really neat. We got a few of them, and set them up, and just kind of the color pops on them from the background. And,
yeah. Those tanks are sweet. The second I walked in here, one of the first things I noticed were those tanks, and I was like, wow, those dart frog cages are awesome. I'll definitely be popping up some B-roll shots of them, but the actual enclosure itself is a super, super cool enclosure, and then the setup is super nice inside, but that whole thing is really, really cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get some nice shots of those because they are beautiful.
Yeah, that's our new 5 and 10 gallon acrylic conversion kit for the.
Okay.
So we sell the acrylic face that goes on you'll see it in the video. It goes, glue it to the frame of the 5 and 10 gallon aquarium.
Okay.
Yeah. So we sell those acrylics.
Oh, that's sweet. I didn't fully realize that's what you would put it onto.
Yeah.
That's super easy. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, and then I showed you, the collared lizards when you came in.
Yeah, we'll definitely put those guys up. The collared lizards are so cool. He held out a little container of crickets. I wish I had my camera out and ready, but they were going crazy on them. They'll definitely be out and about, but super, super cute.
Yeah, so I've been interested in those for a while, but I have never found like a place where I can get them for a reasonable price or be able to resell.
Yeah.
But it's great, just to be able to circulate, have certain things here and we sell it and we get something new. Because people come in here and like to just see what's new, what else do we have, so it's great to keep it.
When I was a kid, I used to like beg my parents and my grandparents to take me to Petco and PetSmart so I could go to the reptile X section, and I would spend hours. If they gave me hours, I would spend hours looking at the like 10 cages of like bearded dragon and regular leopard geckos, and I would be like stuck to the thing. I was terrible. I would throw fits when I left and I didn't get an animal. I would be so sad. It took so many years of that before they finally buckled down and got me one. But yeah, if this store was here when I was younger, I would have been like crying every day to come here just to literally look. I still want to just come in here and look. It's so cool. It's a dream of mine to have something like this. I don't know. I'd like to have it be like, I don't know, my dream is to have it funded. It's funny, if anybody watches, who I'm sure, if you're big in the reptile YouTube scene, like Brian Barczyk, Snake Bites TV, I watch them forever. And not to like replicate exactly what he did, but he has like his reptile zoo. He doesn't have it as like a storefront, but I'd really like to have like 2 lots side by side and have like one lot like this, like reptile, like store kind of, and the one next to it be more like reptile zoo. And then I don't know, it'd be cool to get like some really big, get some like tegus, monitors, big boas and stuff, keep them in the zoo portion, and then sell their baby counterparts on the other side. But then you can be like, hey, take a look at like what you're signing up for. I think that I think it'd be really cool, but something like that, yeah, it's definitely cool.
Yeah, definitely. How do you say it? Like along with selling, there has to be dang it. We just talked about this the other day. It's like you can't just sell animals; you have to display them.
Yeah.
It's like, so when people go to expos, like they're you have to display animals to sell them, but sometimes that's all they're there for is the displayed part, not the buying part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's all fun too.
Yeah.
But to try to like improve our display, we got 8 tables for Puyallup.
Oh, really?
This is the first time usually we just do 4 tables. Yeah.
Wait, when is that? Is that an upcoming show?
It's in like March or April. It's
Okay.
always away still.
Yeah. Okay.
Or January. Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I should look into that.
Okay.
It's not the next one. The next one's in Hillsboro.
Okay.
The local one is in Hillsboro. But yeah, so how are we going to use the 8 tables to display?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about. Yeah.
That's sweet. 8 tables. That's gonna be an awesome display. That's gonna be big.
Yeah. Considering what, maybe like a paid entry for like a tent or something with like the world's biggest tarantula.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, they do have. I see they do like the photo booths there. Like some people just bring like their monitors and tegus and stuff, and they're like, come take photos.
Yeah.
There's a couple. There's probably a good amount of opportunities to do some extracurriculars like that.
Yeah, photo. It's a good idea too. I wasn't thinking about that.
Cool. But yeah, I personally in the reptile or amphibian world in my future, fire-belly toads. I mean, that's a given. Like, come on, I gotta get some fire-belly toads. It's been months of me talking about it now. It's ridiculous. I really want. Well, what I want is I need space to build a pretty big, tall enclosure. I'd like to get a monitor. I'd like to get a monitor of some sort. I really like the tree monitors. I really, really like the black tree monitors. They're just insane. And my stepdad is totally down to help me build an enclosure. He helped me build one for my tegu, but I just don't have the room for it. And I need the room for it. But there is quite a few in the invertebrate, tarantula, and other species of 8-legged things coming soon. And those take up a lot less room, so that's nice. I do need to get a new shelf though. I started kind of just putting my spiders and stuff along the wall, and now I'm running out of space quickly for that. And I gotta upgrade their little space.
Have you looked for is there just no fire-belly toads for sale anywhere? Or?
Yeah, they're like, no. And there's a few, like Backwater Reptiles has a few. Backwater Reptiles has some reviews that I don't like, and they've had those. They keep getting bad reviews for years to go. So I don't know about that. And they're so expensive now, which is fine, but they're like $50 a frog now when they used to be so much cheaper. And the ones on Facebook, like kind of just personal breeders that don't really advertise too much. I found a lady that's doing like 35 each, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. But she said she doesn't have very many left, so I got to get on that kind of quick. I need to build a cage though first, because I really want to do like a really super cool cage. I want to do almost a bioactive, like half land, half water type deal. So staying on the topic of future looks, but kind of to a much more broad scale. And you can go way out in the future here. You can go years, right? As far as Spidershoppe is concerned, is there any I don't know, just like future ideas or expansions or plans, not even necessarily plans, but just ideas that you have or would want to do?
And I'm always thinking about the future and like what we can do to improve in lots of different areas. What kind of products can we offer? The acrylic conversion kits were a result of that's just something that we've considered. And I'm always kind of brainstorming. I heard that Amazon, they like plan their future like 2 years from now, like September 1st to 7th. Like Amazon
Oh,
knows,
wow.
knows what they're going to be doing in about 2 years.
That's crazy.
Like,
that's
and-
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's way beyond me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm looking at like next week and maybe a couple months out on like some of these orders, international, right, either acrylic or animals or, and that's like as far as I can really project.
Yeah.
A lot of trial and error, a lot of, so like I don't really have, I don't have really multiple year plan.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that it'd be nice to have some more space in the store. And I wonder if we had more space, if we had more product, if the sales would kind of cover that. So I'm kind of thinking about like moving, I guess. But
not like planning it, but just it's an idea floating around for the potential.
Yeah, there's another suite actually in this strip here. Down the ways. It's a bit bigger, but man, the headache that it was to get in here and get it prepped, and get the license from the city and all that.
We were talking about that in the first episode a lot. Yeah,
it almost like it's almost still like we're waiting for it to pay off just by being here. And so if we were to move, that would it would negate the cost of this one.
Yeah.
It was a lot to get started here. So, but anyways, as far as future, it's for Spidershoppe is we want to stay consistent. We want to continue to be reliable and trustworthy and have a good reputation and continue to do more shows. Yeah. Right. I'm looking at doing more expos. I went to Phoenix just recently.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've traveled around to quite a bit to do some other stuff, which I want to go into in a second here. But yeah, for the shows, it was cool to hear going to the Phoenix show. What was that like?
It was okay. I ended up learning that wasn't the biggest show in Phoenix.
Oh, okay. And
then it might have been more worthwhile for us to have gone to a different show in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Which was okay. We still had a good time. It's cool to see people, some of our customers in Phoenix, and right into some vendors that we know and enjoy seeing. So we're going to Denver in November.
Oh wow!
So
nice.
I have this idea that I like to go to every state to do a show.
That's cool. That'll be cool. How many have you gone to then now so far?
California, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Missouri, St. Louis.
Nice.
So.
Do you notice that when you go to different shows in different regions that they have like collectively overall different animals, or is it still just the same kind of popularity keeps up because of internet popularity of animals?
Anaheim in California is a really big show, the Reptile Super Show, and they just got a lot of variety.
Okay.
So it's a big show, all kinds of monitors, all kinds of lychee, all kinds of different gecko.
That's one. Just as a quick sidebar, lychee gecko in my future, by far. That's also up there with like that's like a dream bucket list reptile. Gonna have it one day. Just need. I don't know. Honestly, if not in any type of like, I do not have money. But if I wanted to just say F it and do it, I could buy one. But it's not a good idea. So I'm holding back until I'm more financially really ready for it. But man, they're so cool.
We have a regular customer here that came in last week and said they found one on Craigslist here for $150. And it's nice looking.
And they bought it?
Yeah.
No, can I buy? It's not still up for sale?
No.
I've seen, my girlfriend wanted to get a snake, and she wanted to half rescue it, or like she wanted to rescue it. And so we went to Craigslist and we were searching around waiting for one to pop up like that. And there were a few days where like a really, really nice snake or something would pop up for a very, very good price. And I was like, wow. There was one day, I messaged the lady and it sold. It was a tarantula. I want to say it was like had a 5-inch. Like it was a big tarantula, and she put it up for like $20 with the cage and everything. And I was like, oh please. And then I messaged her and it had already sold. But yeah, Craigslist is pretty cool sometimes.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be a nice find to find a lychee though.
Yeah, she scored. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You can show them the lychee if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
This This is Pine Island.
Oh my god, I want it. You're gonna make me go buy one now. Look at this, you guys. Oh, I hope I'm not shaking. A Pine Island lychee gecko. Oh, so pretty.
Got a pair in here together, so not sure if that's the male or the female. But we're getting some eggs, so we have yet to have success.
But when you have success and it's up for sale, let me know. Even if I already have one, I'll have one of yours too. This is an experience for me as well.
Yeah. So cool. Look at your face.
This is like potentially one of the coolest animals I think that exists. That is amazing. I love those lizards so much. Oh. I just need to sell some really high-end beds at Mattress Firm, and all of a sudden one of those is mine. I was curious, so kind of still in that topic of when you're going around to the different expos in the different states throughout the country. In Washington, I've seen sometimes venomous reptiles, but they're definitely not for sale. Like I've seen a booth, I think 1 or 2 times, has had like a gaboon viper, which are like one of my favorite snakes ever. If I ever got into the venomous world and I started doing that, a gaboon viper would probably come into collection quickly. But I don't think I want to go that route. I don't know. I don't think I want to go that route. But maybe if I had like an actual store like that, like a little reptile zoo half, I'd do some venomous there if it was possible. But anyways, they're never for sale here. Have you ever gone to another state and seen venomous reptiles for sale?
I don't remember seeing venomous at any of the shows. I know there's shows that offer it.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Ham in Germany, though, they had a whole reptile room. And of course, I think you had to be 18 years old to go into the room.
Okay.
And there's paramedics there, which is there's like really, they're in locked cages.
Yeah.
But they're to be super safe, I guess. There's paramedics there. I got photos or videos somewhere that there's rattlesnakes and
wow.
The squam vipers.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what else they had.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing a gaboon viper there.
Okay. Gaboons are like one of my favorite, just snakes in general. They're so crazy looking. Like gaboons. Yeah. I feel like they're the coolest venomous snake.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up. I've been joining like these venomous snake groups.
Really?
Or venomous reptile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lately, and I don't think I'd ever go.
What about like a Gila monster?
We had a couple.
Or a beaded.
Yeah, we had a couple beaded.
I was gonna say you did have a beaded lizard, right? I thought so. What do you know? What like are they? Is it very mild venom?
Well, Hunter here got bit.
Oh, really?
And
I don't mean to laugh. It's just ironic with the question and answer.
And
oh man!
So I mean, he kind of just got grazed. He didn't even realize that he had got bit.
Oh.
But it was enough to make him like queasy and sick to his stomach. And
oh, really?
From what he says, it was not the worst, but
not good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that answers that. Don't get bit by a beaded lizard.
Yeah.
I wonder if is beaded lizard and Gila monster the same? Just like different families?
Same genus.
Okay.
Yeah, Heloderma.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. So a beaded lizard from Mexico and the Gila monster is from Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sure they're the same genus.
Yeah, they look basically the same. I'd be surprised if they weren't. Yeah. I wonder if one is more venomous than the other.
I'm not sure.
Are they? Do you know? Is it just Gila monsters and then like Komodos, and those are the only venomous lizards? Are there other venomous lizards? I have no. It's random. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
I feel like not.
It's interesting. The Komodo is Varanus. It's the same genus as like the tree monitor, right?
Yeah.
So why would that one be the only one that is venomous? Yeah.
I didn't know that it was a Varanus. I didn't know that.
I think it is.
That's cool.
Varanus Komodo.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're probably right. I have no.
These are the types of conversations we have at work.
I like it. That's my favorite type of conversation.
Oh, Varanus komodoensis, yeah.
Wow. What? So then, You're telling me that emerald tree monitor out there isn't slightly putting down a cricket with some venom? Like, I don't know. Starting it off, we're stepping away from the tarantulas, and we've got a scorpion here. This is an Asian forest scorpion.
You okay?
Yeah. This is an Asian forest scorpion. Look at this bad boy. We'll have to get a little closer.
He's kind of like green out in the sunlight. It was pretty cool.
What a beast. Not very venomous. Probably be like a bee sting. Maybe honestly not even that bad. These guys are super cool. Obviously, back at home, we have the African black and the African yellow fat tail. Definitely very, very different. Wouldn't want to hold one of those or get stung. And those guys are aggressive. This guy seems to be, for the most part, pretty cool. I'm sure if you started messing with him, he'd probably flick. But looks like he's pretty calm. But before we go ahead and move into some tarantulas, starting it off with a nice little scorpion guy here. The autofocus of this camera is supposed to be great, so it better be working. Oh yeah. Cool guy. Alright. Go ahead and put him back. Up next, we'll grab a little vinegaroon. I've never held one of these guys. Do they bite? Can they bite? I was gonna say, they can't really do anything, can they? Is this the same or similar as like a tailless whip scorpion, or are they different?
They're different, yeah.
Okay, so this is different than that.
Yeah, so see this, they'll spray vinegar out of this tail here. That's their defense.
That's where the name comes from.
Yeah.
That's cool, I didn't know that. So the vinegaroon, out of that tail right there, that long tail, they'll shoot vinegar out of there to warn away their predators.
I believe these are found in Arizona too.
Huh. Look at him. He is cool. Man, my whole body language, tone, and expression is going to change so much when this becomes a tarantula.
Do I have things?
Yeah, just quickness too. Those like tarantula will be at my shoulder before I'm like really reacting. This thing, I feel like I'll catch it. Ooh. Looks like he has little punching arms. His little front arms are all big and like,
yeah, kind of got like these crab-like claws,
yeah,
almost with spikes on them.
That's cool. Would you like to go out or no? Can we wait a second? Alrighty. The moment we've all been waiting for. We have 3 tarantulas here to hold. We're going to start off with one that we have at home, but obviously it's not the exact same one. This is a Carabina versicolor. It's also the Antilles pinktoe is the common name, right?
Yeah.
So here he is, just zooming. Oh, he's hopping.
It's a big female.
Okay.
She's a she.
She.
Yeah, they'll jump. They're arboreal, so they're kind of built for falls and.
It's like the Irminia. Last time I was here, we held that and he jumped. Erminia. I was hoping they wouldn't crawl on my thumb there and think it's like a mouse or something because it's fuzzy and sink in. I was like, man, I already have a cut there. I don't want to bite the cut. I was camping and I took a hatchet trying to cut some wood. And I was like, I'm not going to hit my thumb. And then I just did. I was like, oh, no fun. I want to try and bring him a little closer to the camera, nice and steady. Look at him, so pretty. I have one of these guys at home, not as big and not as red or as fluffy. Man, this one is so pretty. Super, super cool. Alright. Thank you to the Carabina versicolor. That was good. I did good there. Hey, let's do it. My hands are sweaty. I'll tell you, they are wet. But let's go. One down. Okay, this is one that I've wanted since I very first got into tarantulas. I've thought these guys are really, really cool looking. Stripe knee. Look at that guy. Beautiful.
So this one freshly molted.
Oh wow, yeah, it's still soft.
Yeah.
So this is the same family or species as the Brazilian black, right? Gramstola?
No.
Or no?
This is Aphanopelma samani from
Oh,
Costa Rica.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very different. I was wrong.
Yeah. They got a similar.
Their face looks kind of similar.
Yeah.
Oh, his underside is light.
Yeah. Kind of like a peachy color on the bottom.
Oh, that's so cool.
There's controversy on this species. There's one, because Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Guatemala, and they say there's a blue color form.
Mhm.
And they do look pretty, kind of like bluish, like fresh after a molt.
Mhm.
But some say like, oh, there's actually a blue color form, or no, it's just just like the natural. I don't know. I've seen, like this one has a little bit of blue, but I think I've seen like even more blue.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is a terrestrial, so shouldn't be jumping. Sometimes they can get moving pretty quick.
Okay. Oh, he's coming up to me.
Put your other hand in front of it.
Oh god. But it'll look cool for the camera against the black.
Yeah, we've got a couple fresh females here and a mature male, so we're excited to actually breed these.
Look at how cool those legs are. Those are some of the most insane standout, like stripes. So pretty.
Yeah, I think pretty underappreciated species. They come in wild caught. They're cheap.
Really.
Yeah, captive red Samani aren't very common. If they are, females come in that are already gravid from the wild, and then they lay sex in captivity. Yeah, she molted a couple days ago.
So this is the molt. You can see the fangs on that. You kind of see the peachy color. It's hard. I'm not the best with holding, so it's hard for me to show off the peachy color underneath. But you can see this was that tarantula just a few days ago. So when they molt, just for anybody who's watching and didn't know, they completely shed their skin as if they just are dead almost. And they just pop out like completely new.
Yeah, and so we can tell it's a female a few ways, but the most certain way is to open up the abdomen right here, and then see this structure right here. Maybe easier with like a pin or something, but yeah, there's this like dark shape. Those are the female spermatheca, so those are the sperm receptacles.
Okay. So, make sure you kind of flip on the other side of this to show it.
So a male's not going to have that, whereas females, and each species is a different shape.
So in the molt, on the underside of, what is this, the abdomen? Or the abdomen? There's a little structure down here. It's going to be hard to see, but right at the tip of my finger, that shows that it is a female. And if it was a male, what would you see there? Nothing?
Yeah, nothing. So this is the Mexican pink, Brachypelma classy. Gonna be maybe more prone to kicking hairs.
Okay.
But we can try. Let's see. Fresh smolted, it's a male. I'm not kicking yet, but yeah.
Not yet.
Beautiful black and pink contrasts.
Wow. Fast little legs. Hold on. Alright. We got him. Mexican pink. I gotta get close, unfortunately.
Still pretty uneasy about holding them, though.
Well, I mean, a little bit. It's just when they're like this, I just know how quickly they go quick, and then it all drains my body, all my confidence. What do you guys think of this dude? How old is this one, do you think?
It's got to be like 4 years old at least.
It's as big as it's completely mature.
Yeah, it's not mature yet.
Oh, okay.
Probably next molt it'll be mature.
Oh, okay. It's just hanging. The Mexican red. That's 3 oh my gosh. I can feel his fangs.
Yeah.
I can feel them. I didn't like that. I felt the little fangs rest on my finger. That's good for me. Oh, is it the curtain web?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this dude. Okay, this is the curtain web. I'm gonna come around to the side of the video to show him. Look at this little guy. He is gonna make some fine webs. Look at that. This long, like spinnerets on his butt.
And maybe we can give you one of these.
Oh, that guy's cool.
That's that size. You can put him in.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. Oh, thank you so much. Heck yeah, guys. Well, so we're gonna get this little dude who I'm not gonna hold. And this is the last little guy I want to show you. I wanted to hold this guy. I was advised that it may not be the best idea, and I definitely shouldn't because I'm not there yet. Look at this dude. So is this a specific type of camel spider?
I think it's labeled Paragalliodes species Egypt, so it's an undescribed camel spider from Egypt.
This thing is insane. I'm gonna get some better B-roll shots than probably what's looking through the camera right now. But these guys, oh, that is the coolest looking spider I think I've ever seen. Feathery legs. He's like a neon. He's like a highlighter butt. The tip of his butt is neon yellow. I think that does it for this episode, guys. This has been an amazing time. We held 3 tarantulas. We held the scorpion. We held the vinegroon. We talked a lot about the future of reptiles, about just personal interests. It was a great episode. Really enjoyed the conversation and just the overall interaction. It's always a super fun time to come here and film.
Thanks, Carson. Yeah, same.
Thank you. Look forward to plenty more videos, so much more to come with content with the guys from Spidershoppe coming here and filming. Just there's so much, and there'll be plenty more to come. Thank you guys again so much for watching. It means the world to me. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. We're like, I don't even know. We're like 70 or 80 away. We're almost there. We're gonna get it by the end of the month for sure. Let's do that. Have a great rest of your guys' day. Peace.